Hi, everyone. My name is Amory Band. Today is February the 5th, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. I am jumping right into the 30-minute because I do like the use of the VWAP bands. I encourage you to use them on TrendSpider. I'll also be posting some of these on Place Your Trades network Discord, and if you look down at the data and notes at the bottom of the image, you'll be able to see where you can get those notes that might change intraday, but great place for future stuff in your learning space. All right, so here we go. This orange line is the close of Friday, sitting right around here. It might not be exact, it might be a penny or two off, but notice what happened in the pre-market. We tried to get up over it, and now we are down at the base of the bands. So what is the actual slope of these bands? They're pretty sideways. So we're going to look for range breaks that might occur today that give us directional flow. And so that might be above 494, which is a very familiar number to us, and below 492.80. So let's just put those in very quickly. Click and click again. I don't really want them all in that orange, but we'll be just fine for today, right? These are our lines to look at today. We get below them, the first pass bounce. If it does not recover this region, it's going to give us more selling. First pop above, if it does not pull back, it's going to give us more buying. So that's really what we want to watch. Below 492.86, above 483.94, and then we watch the slope of the VWAP. Notice what happens normally when the price action opens up on the day, right? We have a motion that will accelerate off of X, Y, or Z. Now, this was an employment number, and so it pulled down, and then everybody's buying the dip. This is still a buy the dip formation, no doubt about it. If it fades into these lower edges, anticipate buy zones. This is the volume point of control where everyone has spent the most time either buying or selling. That's 490.50. Let's take a look at the cues. This format's much better, I think. So for the cues, very sideways. Notice we are above the close of Friday here. So tech keeps moving up. There's a slight move up here to the space. Notice the VWAP band should have some expansion. The lines in the sand are here, 429, and here, 427. Okay, now what do we expect? Well, it's pretty bullish. So any fades down here will give us a buy zone, right? If you come into 427, you can do a quick snap trade, technically speaking. Of course, this is for education purposes only. But you pull back and it creates a snap back outside of the VWAP bands with upward pressure. And if it loses the 427.40 edge, you know you're not in good shape. But the formation says currently I'm under the VWAP, so I'm testing the lower edges. If you decide you want to trade counter trend into a deeper support, of course you can, but they are buying the dips. So you want to be super careful about that. Let's take a look at the ES. So let's trade these futures that listen to me anyway. And here we have pre-market action. The band is a fair bit wider than it was Friday, but they were waiting on that jobs number. Here we are coming into baseline support. Where are the lines of intent? I say above 49.79. It's in good shape. When we are breaking lower, 49.65 was the area that I mentioned in the pre-market that said, hey, listen, you can buy it off those dips, but it's got to get up and over these edges. Notice, here's what's happening. We had a big spike up when the price action opened, and it immediately faded. Sideways action here says they are carving out a support edge. It could be lower. I say wait for it to recapture if you're looking for long, because it could fade. There are a lot of people that are on the buy everything in sight mode, but particularly our linear regression slope and this formation right here tells us that we are in a very sideways pattern. So look for the edges to buy below and the edges above to sell. We'll be waiting on new data. Let's take a look at the NQ. The NQ is moving back and forth. Look, it's above the VWAP. It's below the VWAP. It's all over the place, expanding the range. The close is here, so they are above the close of Friday. Look at the expansion. It's clearly moving up, but we could have ourselves a little bit of a megaphone day. Notice, higher high, lower low. Another higher high, potentially another lower low. Okay, so the edges that might make you say, hold the phone, I might have my long in play. Smokes. My brother's birthday's tomorrow. This gives us price action to move off of the VWAP. Look where the curve is sitting right here. That's the curve underneath. That's my 620 curve. But I suspect we could have ourselves a little bit of another megaphone. Deep dips down here are going to allow us to find very nice buy zones in my mind. All right. Can you trade the short action? Yes, but I would do it very timidly and with only a small amount of capital. Let's take a look at the CL. This one's very interesting. I think we might have ourselves a potential buying opportunity, but the linear regression slope says, pump the brakes on that. We are expanding here. Take a look at what's going on. This level at 72 has been broken. 7170 was my breakdown area, and we came into the lower VWAP band and began to bounce at 7150. That's the new low. We could have ourselves another megaphone today, 7277. My thought is the following. You can trade from the edge of this band to the edge of the upper bands, but notice at no time have we crossed through the upper bands here, which makes me think we still have downward formations. All right, everyone, take care, and I'll see you on platforms.